The blackout in Europe. And this stunned people all over the world. There are more serious problems. The people of Europe have not realized. That is, France has 56 nuclear reactors that are failing to maintain. Suppose half of France's 56 nuclear power plants fail. So how far will Europe be from African countries in the future? This scourge was laid more than a decade ago. Because 56 nuclear reactors in France were acquired by Alstom after the US economic sanctions. Half of France's 56 nuclear power plants are maintained by Alstom. But after General Motors acquired Alstom's energy division, cut maintenance staff in half. To increase profits? How about not maintaining these 56 nuclear power plants? Now France is suffering because the control is not in your hands. If only some of these nuclear power plants are not working properly, it could bring down power systems in France and across Europe. Think about the Texas blackout 2 years ago. The Texas blackout showed us the fragility of power grids in the developed world, and now Europe as well. It hasn't been updated much for about 20 or 30 years. They designed it at their peak. It's very old now. From Spain to Portugal, to France and Italy, their power grid is slowly going down. Spain, in particular, has terrible alternatives because he has demolished a large number of hydroelectric power plants, and his power grid was getting old. And the blackout in Europe. The chain reaction begins in Spain, to Portugal to France, to Italy. No specific reason has been found yet. Confused. But it interferes with the entire European power grid. This is just the first time. What if there is a war? Who knows where the outpoint problem is? And the whole of Europe will be returned to the Stone Age. This is the biggest problem facing developed countries. So the question is, where are these problems? It's a massive privatization of infrastructure. After privatization, consortium for maximum profit, maximum benefit. They maintain a large number of the grid as they can. If you can't upgrade, you won't upgrade. In fact, UHV has been the consensus of all countries in the world. It's covered with UHV to keep the power balance in an area. UHV is the equivalent of building a canal. Bring distant water resources here. Solve the problem here. Only UHV can solve these fundamental problems. But the current situation in Europe simply cannot build UHV transmission systems. In addition, for energy conservation and emission reduction, achieving carbon neutrality, and eliminating the safety risks of nuclear power generation, European countries have shut down a large number of coal-fired power plants and nuclear power plants in recent years. These power generation methods are clean and pollution-free, but very unstable and unreliable. As long as it's not in an ideal state or something unexpected, that's when power generation plummets. The pain of power outages is simply unbearable for modern people. These problems are not solved. The days of great suffering for Europeans will continue. I hope European leaders can solve the problem as soon as possible.